Hello student, welcome to your cryptography and network security class for 6th IT. Today I will discuss a new chapter, that is chapter 6, user authentication. In this chapter I will discuss about different authentication mechanism like password, authentication token and biometrics. And after completion of this video class, you will able to know about authentication basics and about the password authentication. In password authentication, there are different form of password like simple password, something derived from password, adding randomness to password and password encryption. So let us start. First of all, what is authentication? Authentication means verifying the identity of someone. Here someone means maybe a user or maybe a device or any entity who wants to access the data, resources or application. Means the identity of the user. So validating that identity establishes a trust relationship for further interaction. So after authentication, authorization process can allow or limit the level of access and action permitted to that entity. Means after the authentication, after the identity proof of the getting the identity proof of the user, then the process or the system allow or limit the level of access. Okay. So we have to check the authentication of someone, that is authentication, identity of someone, that is in authentication. So there are different form of authentication, that is first one is password. In password we can check the simple password for authentication. We can use something derived from password and adding randomness to the password and password encryption. Because the simple password can be hacked by anyone. So we are for network security, we have used something derived from password, adding randomness to the password and password encryption. So let us discuss one by one. So simple password means password are the most common form of authentication. A password may be a string or a combination of alphabet, number and special character, which is supposed to be known only to the entity that is being authenticated. Means the password supposed to be known by the authenticate user. Okay. So steps in password based authentication. How the password is get verified. So every user in the system is assigned a user ID and initial password. The password is stored in clear text in the user database against the user ID. Means in user database in the server, the database stored user ID and the user ID and password. Okay, each user ID save with its corresponding password. So the step to check the password based authentication, first step is prompt for user ID and password. Means there will be a screen, the system will display a screen to enter the user ID and password. The user type the user ID and password and click on OK. User enter the user ID and password, and the user ID and password travel to the server in network in clear text. Okay. So in the server, the user ID and password is validated. Means the user ID and password, the authentication program check the user ID and password from the user database that is stored in the server machine. User database, they have the corresponding user ID and password, and the user has sent the user ID and password. If the user ID and password are same, then it will display the authentication result according to the validation. If the ID and password are equal, then authentication is successful, the user is authenticated. If user ID and password are mismatched, then it will display some other message. Okay, but this is the simple authentication technique, but it has some problem with this scheme. Database contain the password and clear text. Okay, database contain the password in clear text, so anybody can hack it. Okay, and the password travel in clear text from the user computer to the server, so there is no network security. So the next image, this is the figure of password, simple password based authentication. User enter name and password, means user ID and password. Then client send the name and password across the network. Okay. Then server uses password to authenticate user identity, means it check the password. Okay, check the user ID and its corresponding password. It validate. If it success according to the validation, server authorize the access for authenticated entity. Okay, so this is the password based authentication. So the password based authentication have some problem. So to overcome this, the variation from the basic password based authentication is not to use the password itself, but to use something that is derived from that password. Something derived from that password. That is, instead of storing the password as it is or in an encrypted format, we can run some algorithm on the password and store the output of this algorithm derived password in the database. Means instead of storing the directly in a clear text, the password in the database, we can store something derived, means we can run any algorithm and can store the message digest of the password in the database. And when the user want to authenticate, the user entered the password and the user computer perform the same algorithm locally and send the derived password to the server where it is verified. Okay, means in this case the password is put into a algorithm, run some algorithm on the password and the output will store in the database. Okay. The message digest for password is a simple technology to avoid the storage and transmission of clear text password is the use of message digest. Okay, means without storing the clear text password, we can store something derived from the password by using the algorithm. Okay, or using the message digest. So steps for something derived from password are: first step is storing message digest as derived password in the user database. Means the algorithm run on the password and the output of that password is stored in the user database. The next step is user authentication. When a user need to be authenticated, the user enter the ID and password as usual. Now the user computer compute the message digest. The user computer compute the message digest on the password and send the user ID and message digest of the password to the server. Okay, means the message digest run on the user computer and the output will send to the server with the user ID. Then third step is server side validation. The server passes this value to the user authentication program, which validate the user ID and message digest of the password against the database and return an appropriate response back to the server. The server uses the results if the operation to return an appropriate message back to the user. Means the authentication program validate the user ID and the message digest of the password against the database. Means the database also store the user ID and the message digest of the password. Then the authentication program check, okay, and return the appropriate message to the back to the user. And the problem with the scheme is the attacker can simply copy the user ID and the message digest of the password and submit them after some time. Okay, to the same server as replay attack. Okay, as replay attack, and the server can think that it is a new login request. So in this scheme also there is a chance of attack. So the next scheme is, so first this is the diagram of something derived from password. So first here the message digest calculating for the password. Here these are the some password, then the message digest algorithm. It is the output of the message digest of the password. These are stored in the server user database like ID and the password message digest. Okay. Then the user computer send the ID and password. Again the password is here calculate through message digest algorithm in the local client computer. Then it is it sent to the ID with password to the server. Okay. After that the server use the authentication program and check the ID and password with this ID and password. Okay, this ID and password here, this one and this one. Okay, this password and this password is same, so it will validate. Okay, so after login is successful, it will send the message. So next scheme is adding randomness to the password. So to improve the security, we need to add a bit unpredictable or randomness to the earlier scheme. The message digest of the password is always same. By exchanging of information between user computer and server is never same. Okay, this will ensure the replay attack. If the information will be never say, then the attacker cannot hack that message, and this can be achieved with the adding of randomness to the password. So first of all, first step is storing the message digest as derived password in the user database. Means we have to store the message digest of the password in the database. Then user send a login request. Here in this case the user send only his or her user ID only, neither the password. Okay, user can only send the user ID. Then server created random challenge, means if the user ID is valid, then the server now create a random challenge, means it generate a random number and send it back to the user. Then the random challenge can travel as a plain text to the from the server to the user computer. Okay. Then the user sign the random challenge, means sign the random number with the message digest of the password. Okay, means it encrypt the random number with the message digest of the password. The application display the password entry screen to the user. In response, the user enter the password on the screen. The application execute the appropriate message digest algorithm on the user computer to create the message digest of the password. Okay, means the application create the message digest of the password entered by the user. This message digest of the password is now used to encrypt the random challenge. Okay, means the random challenge is encrypted by using the message digest of the password. This encryption is of course a symmetric key encryption. Okay, so 1 minute. Then the next step is server verify the encrypted random challenge received from the user. So the server can decrypt the random challenge received from the user by message digest of user password. Because the server have the database, he can get the user message digest of the password, and with that it can decrypt the random number. And if it is success, okay, if it is success by verifying the random number, decrypting the random number and verifying the random number, then the server return an appropriate message back to the user. So this is the first step. Client send the login request, only it send the ID. Then the next step is client send the user ID and it verify the user ID. Then the server send the random challenge creation program. Then the random number generate the random number is sent to the client. Here the random number is sent to the client. After that the client write the password. Okay, the password is again run through a algorithm, through the message digest algorithm. Then this is the message digest of the password. Okay, so the message digest of the password is used to encrypt the random challenge. Okay, then the encrypted random number challenge is sent to the server. Then the server check the ID and the password, and it used to decrypt the encryption version by the message digest of that password that is stored in the server database. Every time the random number is different, so after encrypting, the encrypted text also every time is different for the same user. Okay, then it sent the appropriate message to the client. Okay, so the last is password encryption. The transmission of clear text password when we encrypt the password on the user computer and then send it to the server authentication. Okay, it is the best method. This means that we must provide some sort of cryptography functionality on the user computer. Okay, so we have two encryption process. The first encryption happen before the password is stored in the user database. Before storing, we encrypt the database we encrypt the password, and the encrypted password is stored in the database. The other encryption is performed on the user computer to encrypt the password before it transmit to the server. Okay, the two encryption operation are no way directly related to each other. Means they may even be using totally different approach to encryption. Means the user computer would use the symmetric key shared between the user and server first from the encryption, and then the SSL session key for the transmission. Means while password encryption, the user computer and the server computer use the SSL protocol. So in SSL protocol, they have checked their digital certificate. The user must have the digital certificate of the server while encrypting the password with the symmetric key. The key is encrypted through the public key of the server. The public key can be used by the client because it can get the public key from the digital certificate. Okay, so this way it can send to the server, and server can decrypt the message and get the symmetric key, decrypt the message with the public key. Okay, and then with the private key, and then it get the symmetric key, and through symmetric key it can decrypt the password. And this is the best method for user authentication. So in password mechanism, we can use simple password, we can use something derived from password, then randomness added to the password, and encrypted password. These are the mechanism for user authentication for password. Okay, in next class I will discuss about authentication token. Thank you.